Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Coach LT is in the building. It's Thursday night. We are having happy hour up in here. And we're going to have some amazing people come into the room tonight. The key word is progress. We're going to be talking about the progress that we've been making in the world, in our families, in our communities, in our businesses, in our careers. And it's going to be phenomenal. Like, we're going to just talk about some good stuff, as we always do. And we're going to be celebrating each other tonight. So stay tuned. Oh, we got people up in the room. Let's see who's up in the room. Hey, we got Gail and we got Bearcat up in the room. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
How are you?
Fabulous. Happy Thursday, Queen.
Hold on, let me change my background.
Ah,
I'm learning. I'm learning.
yes, look at you. Hey, Bearcat.
Hey.
I'm loving your haircut.
Oh, thank you.
And there's baby. Tell me her name again.
Kalkidan.
Say it again.
Kalkidan.
Kalkidan.
Yeah.
Hi. She's so sweet.
She was just screaming a second ago.
She's like, I'm on TV now, Daddy.
Yeah, on her best behavior.
You know how women are. You know how women are. They like to put on a show.
That's right. All right. Well, yo, you were up in the house first, so you get to go first with your introduction.
Hi there. My name is Gail. My author name is Camille, St. Charles, Mississippi. I am a romantic and erotic architect. And I also tell naughty stories titled after world famous desserts. And I do a podcast also. So that's under a minute. I'm good.
Yes, you good. You good. Look, you're a pro. I think that was like 30 seconds.
Okay. Get better at it. Get better at this.
I love it. Bearcat, we always practice. The very first thing we do is introduce. So it's who are you, where are you from, and what do you do? So just kind of like a little breadcrumb, since you were the second one, so you get to go now.
Okay. So my name is Bearcat Khalili. I'm here in Sacramento, California, and I am a financial advisor and coach.
Yeah, there you go. You did it.
From Sacramento. I'm from Sacramento.
Ooh,
oh, really?
I lived in North Highlands. I used to live in Carmichael.
Yeah.
Down off of Marconi. I lived down by Marconi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up kind of near Sac State in that area, and right now I live in Rancho.
My friend lives in Rancho off of Data Drive.
Yes.
Yes.
Down the street from here. Small world.
Look at that. And both of y'all came to the party. Both of y'all was at the party first. Check that out.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Woo. All right. Kamisha, Angie, Tania, we are doing introductions. We're going rapid fire. So your name, where you are in the world, and what do you do? Kamisha.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kamisha Michaels. Right now, I am in Clearwater, Florida, and I am a graphic expert. So,
yeah,
which is, because I don't want to say I'm a graphic designer, because graphic designers can be blah. I'm more than blah. I bring the wow. The wickedly orchestrated wonders.
Yes. Hot damn. I'm sorry.
The va boom. She brings the va boom. Yes. Thank you, Kamisha.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I think Tania was next, and then Angie, and then Jason. So right now we're doing rapid fire introductions. So who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do in the world in 30 seconds or less? Tania.
Greetings. My name is Tania Irende. I am from New Jersey. I'm a herbalist, a healer, a life coach, and a soon-to-be author.
Woo, woo, woo. Yes, Angie. Welcome.
But sorry, I'm a bit late today. I had a problem with something. I apologize.
No apology needed, girl. You're here. We're happy. Give
hello,
us your name, what you do, and where you're from.
hello everyone. My name is Angie Tornado. I am a Summit author. I also do fantasy, BDSM, and also drama. And I am from Birmingham, UK, West Midlands.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Jason, it's your turn. Introduction.
Set a countdown to, oh, my Apple Watch is not working. I was trying to make sure I don't go over, but so I'm Jason Bernard Humphreys Kinte. I'm the son of Bernard Humphreys, a scholarship winner from Antigua that came to Canada on scholarship and did his bachelor of commerce at the University of Performing Arts Ryerson. I'm a scholarship winner. I worked at Microsoft Canada, 98, 99. I planned my career then. I'm president of 4 companies. So I'm a tech founder. I retired last year with $1 million exit. One of them, related to this, is penspowerclub.com. And I wrote my first book in grade 5 about becoming a prime minister. I'm done.
Woo-wee. Thank you.
Wow.
Love it, love it, love it. We got everybody up in the house. We got California, Sacramento in the house. We got Detroit in the house. We got Florida in the house. United Kingdom is in the house. Georgia's in the house, but she's from New Jersey like me. So Jersey's in the house. Woo! We want to talk about progress tonight, you guys. Let's talk about progress. That's the key word. Type that in the chat. Progress, progress. If you can hear me, remember this happy hour is for the purpose of promoting, marketing, selling your books. So we do want to hear about your book products. If your book products aren't out yet, then you're going to give us some little bitty breadcrumbs about what to expect when your book comes out so we can be ready on the edge of our seat like this. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Right? We're here to hold each other accountable. We're also here to promote each other, collaborate. Somebody got their noise up. Turn that noise down. We are here to connect. A lot of times when people come into happy hours, they will find somebody that they connect with. They're from the same place. They are in the same genre, right? They are in the same mindset, same frequency, same energy. We're all creatives. So I created this space for you to come and be able to share and promote your products. Number one, promote your products. Number two, talk about your mission and your cause and what it is that you hope to do in this world. One of the things that I was born to do is to super connect. I'm a super connector. So that means that when I go to networking events and I host events, or when I show up, I start to pull people together for collaboration because I love teamwork. I love collaboration. I love working on projects. That's why I love to help people with their books. And that's why I'm so good at it, because I'm a super connector. I know how to bring a lot of moving pieces together to accomplish one big goal. So in this room, I want you to make sure that you connect with someone, at least one person. I want you to drop your email. I want you to definitely connect offline, because the magic happens after the happy hour, right? A lot of us in here, we have our own podcast. Throw up an emoji if you have your own podcast. Let's throw up a heart if you have a podcast. Okay. Or yeah, thumbs up. Perfect. Yeah, we got our own podcast. So we're always looking for quality guests to come on and provide good content to other people. Throw up a heart if you're an entrepreneur, right? If you're an entrepreneur, most of us are also entrepreneurs, because we have books. And when we have books, we have products. And when we have products, we have a business. And when we have a business, we're making some money. And so that's the beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur. You're able to build your own empire at your own pace. Okay. All right. So here's the next question. We're going to go around and I want to ask you a couple of questions. And let me just throw them all out so you have them right here at the top of your mind. This past week, past 7 days, or I'll give you the past 30 days because we haven't seen each other in a while because I was out sick. So let's do 30 days. The past 30 days, what have you made progress on? What have you moved closer to, right? And it could be baby. I mean, baby steps are still steps. So let me know, what is it that you have made progress on? And I'm going to go last because I have something really, really cool that I want to share with you guys that I haven't dropped on the rest of the world yet. So I'm gonna go last. But progress, throw up an emoji if you have made some progress this week. All right, Jason's got his hand up first.
So listen,
Jason.
last year is when I cashed out. I did my exit and became a millionaire. So the thing is, for a whole year, I've been trying to replace my ex. I come to these and you didn't know. I just looking for my spouse. Okay, look. So I think I found. I would say as a suspect. So she as a suspect, suspect moves a prospect, and then but you know.
I was gonna say, Jason, is she a prospect or a
46 years.
suspect?
So a suspect, and then she's moving over. So the thing is, she knows I'm publicly shooting my shot, but you know, and then so we're chatting. So the thing is, and she said I could shoot my shot publicly. So she's traveled to 36 countries in the last year. She already is perfect vice president of Dream Leaders Club, right? Co-founder. So the thing is,
Wow.
46 years old, millionaire, waiting for marriage still. I'm the male administrator of 15,000 Christian singles. None of them come to my night. So the thing is, I have people that knew me from grade 5 that said that they're going to cancel and quit their job when I get married to come to the wedding, and it's going to be a cruise. So they better start saving. I'm done talking.
Ooh, Jason.
Look, I have a one line. I said, look, it's so funny. I'm going over the internet and I'm saying, look, when I was broke, I'd bring a BB gun and shoot my shot. Now I bring a cannon like Nick and 3 babies drop. I know why these guys asking what the ladies got, because they broke and the ladies not.
Lord have mercy. So is she a prospect or suspect?
I don't even remember. I've been prospecting so long. She's a prospect, and then move it over to the, well, she knows I'm shooting my shot. She didn't say no. So it's too quick. It's like a week. It's too quick for asking anything,
Yes,
but
yes.
we're catching jokes back and forth. I just told her that line. So if I say that line, I told her that line. I said, I know. I said when I was broke, I'd bring a BB gun and shoot my shot. Now I bring a cannon like Nick and 3 babies drop. I said, these guys are always asking what the ladies got to bring to the table because they're unstable and broke, and the ladies not.
Congratulations and good luck with that beautiful queen. I think you posted a picture of her. I think you sent it to me or
not
something.
publicly.
Didn't you?
What, did
No,
I
you
send it to
sent
you?
You sent it to me. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
I
beautiful.
You don't even
Yeah,
know. So you know I have confidence, right?
I
Look,
think,
when you're a millionaire
yeah.
putting your shot, you have confidence. I got a spot for her already. As vice president, it's got to fill up my ex. It's been since last January. And so the thing is, and when my ex explained things, she explained it at a pace people understand. But I've been working on this plan since 1988. And when I explain it, people don't understand. I'm running for prime minister next decade. Can you understand that? I'm campaigning for the 21st prime minister. Do you all understand? Okay.
Congratulations, Jason. I've been listening to you probably for about a year now. You and I have been going back and forth. And I kept hearing you say, I'm looking for my next wife. I'm looking for my next wife.
But you still didn't understand the plans of the business.
I know the plan is like this. Okay, progress.
Look, the plan is better than Bill Gates' plan. He got divorced and he cheated on his wife, a Microsoft employee. Trust me, my plan is better than his.
Anybody else for progress for the week or for the month, past 30 days? What you got? Gail, aka Camille.
Okay. Well, it's official now. I am a published copywritten author, but now I'm registered trademark. So I am overjoyed, and my book will be launched this weekend. We've been working on the campaign. We've been doing the behind the scenes and getting all of the ducks in a row. So I wrote a romantic stories for coffee. I turned coffee into characters, and I wrote love stories around each and every coffee. And they are coffee from all over the world. And you get to encounter and experience, like Kamisha said, the wow factor inside of each and every coffee. 7 different stories.
Oh yes, just show it to us. Just drop it on.
It's called Coffee Fairy Tales, a romantic look at coffee if they were really people, and it's romantic.
Yes, I'm gonna get a picture.
I'm sorry, they're all romantic stories, and it's no vulgar language and no graphic sex.
Can you give us a little sneak peek, like flip the little corners?
One of the cup. Let me let you see. Let me let you see. Hold on. The coffee that I flavored or titled after me is titled Colombian House. And I wanted to show you the picture because I immortalized myself in my story as a coffee. There it is. I ran past it because I was just so overjoyed. I wish I would have known. But this is me if I was a coffee and I was converted to a person.
Oh.
And I'm going to a masquerade ball. And that's me in the coffee cup as a coffee. Kamisha came up with that idea.
Yeah, we got to see that coffee cup.
Let me see. Did I get it?
Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm gonna take a picture.
You got it? Yeah.
Got it. That's all Kamisha, y'all.
That's all Kamisha. She is just phenomenal with marketing, coming up with all these fancy ideas because I struggled with her when I first met her, but now we are in sync. We struggle for a minute, but I have been known to be a butt some days. So, well, this is my ninth book, but this is my first venture into the arena where sex and violence and vulgar language has been put aside. So I struggled so hard for a minute. I had to turn into a different person to write these because sex sells. I love sex. So I decided to take a different walk on the wild side and come up with stories that's all romantic, and it's for people of a certain age. It's not for the young prepubescent individuals that have not experienced anything. These are for people that have life experiences behind them. So I'm done.
Thank you, Gail, aka Camille St. Charles, Mississippi.
Definitely.
So I need to read that book to learn what to do on my wedding night to make sure I get it right because I still made it.
Exactly. That's the book you need to get, Jason.
Mm-hmm. And you need to get that one, Jason. You need to send me your email and I can send you a flyer. If you all send me your email, I can send you the website and you can go there, secure your copy. And Kamisha, we didn't put an excerpt in there about anything. Well, that's okay. A trade-off. Send me your emails. And
what do you mean we didn't put an expert? Yeah, we did. We put a little we put a little teaser in the campaign.
Jason, but if by chance
I might have to wait a year, so if I start reading about that now, I don't know if I can.
If you really want something that's going to be basically a tutorial,
get that
to the arena of my dessert novella podcast. Is where I tell Dessert Novella Suites is where I tell naughty stories titled after world famous desserts. What's one of your favorite desserts?
I like ice cream and cheesecake.
Cheesecake is in here. Ooh. It's called Cheesecake and Cloud Dancing. It's where this lady is having sex on a plane.
Listen, I'm going to fly around the world with whoever it is, but you're going to have to send me that as a wedding gift because the thing is, if I start reading that now, I'm not going to be able to wait until the wedding.
Well, Jason, send me your email.
I'm not gonna be able to wait to the
you'll come to my Freedom Fridays because I'm gonna have to have supervision because the thing is I can't be reading that for a whole year and wait a year. So I'm gonna mess up.
You would be in trouble because I don't hold any punches, and there's gonna be a misunderstanding if you consume some of these stories.
Yeah, I'm a minister. I can't read that for a year and still wait for marriage. I'm the male administrator of over 15,000 Christian singles committed abstinence. If I've been reading that for a year, I'm gonna have be like Nick Cannon and 3 babies gonna pop out.
Wow.
I waited 46 years to find a girl, and I'm not gonna mess up now.
Send me your emails, everybody, and I will make sure
Yes.
that you get on the list. So drop it in the chat. Okay.
Drop it like it's hot, y'all.
Drop it in the chat.
like
Send
it's
it to me,
hot.
and I'll make sure that you get the flyer. So okay.
Woo! Thank you for bringing us the sweets. You always pour it on us, Gail. Woo! She's made some amazing progress with that book. That's so amazing. I love it. Woo! Who's next with progress? Oh, welcome Vaughn and welcome Gina. We have to let Vaughn and Gina introduce themselves. 30 seconds. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? I think Gina was first.
Hey everybody, my name is Gina Brown. Some know me as Coach Gina, etc. I'm an author, coach, speaker, and creator. What do I do? I'm a creator, and I do have 2 books, but because I just came from the car, I apologize, they're not in front of me right now. They will be later. Of Look and Feel Fabulous, now a health and fitness tips book, and I have permission, decide, and move on. And that's a book on self-development, self-promotion, and self-help book. Got in the self-help category. Did I miss something?
That's it. You got it.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Glad you're here. And Vaughn Foy.
Hello, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm
Yes.
at a
Yes.
networking group. Okay, good. So I'm Vaughn Foy, also known as the Voice Brander. Excuse me. What I do is help nonfiction authors to get their words of their book from pages to playlists and from eyeballs to earbuds. I help you self-narrate your audiobooks, and I get you on 41 plus platforms that are global in addition to Audible. And this is what I do. I'm out here in Orange, California, about 8 miles east of Disneyland. That's where my studio is. And glad to be on here and a part. So that's what we got.
Thank you, Vaughn. And we're going to put in a plug a little bit later for the masterclass that we're doing on the 25th. I can't wait. And then also, I'm so blessed too. We're so blessed, y'all. We have 3 men in the house. It's normally ladies on here, all queens, but tonight we got kings and queens up in the building. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate y'all. Bearcat and I are also doing a masterclass, and we're going to plug that a little bit later. And I'm just so happy to have amazing people in this space, creatives, right? Authors, bloggers, artists, people who inspire you to be better and inspire you to continue to create. We all know that some of us are the only one in the family that actually has a passion that we follow, right? We run after our passion. And some of us are the only ones. And so we kind of sometimes are like the oddball, like, there's nobody here that's doing what I'm doing. So when we come into this space, like this is supercharged, like energy, 50,000, right? Like I love when I'm in this space because the rest of the evening, when I close these meetings, I'm like buzzing for the rest of the evening. And I'm like having to stay up and write something or post something or say something or whatever, because it's just when people come together and they're full of beautiful, positive energy, it's just really explosive. So I just want to say thank y'all for being here. I'm so excited that you are here. And again, this is going to be on several different platforms. My YouTube channel, number one, it's going to be on my podcast. And I also drop this link inside of all of my Facebook groups, and I drop it into my friends' Facebook groups. So make sure that when you share, you keep in mind that there is an audience outside of the people that are right here. keep that in mind. So when you're marketing and you're promoting, always talk about yourself, talk about your products, talk about what you do, how you solve problems in the world, because somebody will hear this and be like, oh, I need her. Oh, I need him. And that's how business gets done, right? People only buy from people they know, like, and trust. So the more you show up, the more you connect and build those relationships, the more people know you, like you, and trust you. And then it's easy for them to buy from you. So wanted to give you that little piece of inspiration as we talk about progress. Progress. Type progress in the chat if you have not had a chance to type that in the chat. Who has made some progress? Okay, Angie, what have you made progress on the past 30 days?
Kind of, to be quite honest, it has been a difficult balance for me. So it has been ups and it has been downs. But chapter part 1 of my beta, my story came back and I proofreaded it, so that was done. And when I was just about to I've got 79 on my arc read at the moment, so that is wonderful. And I'm also in the midst of as I said before, I've started my own voice overs, so I've been practicing my voice and trying to get into training my own voice to do the male. The female I've kind of got, it's just the male I'm having a bit of difficulty because of the deep honest of the voice, but I managed to get it. And I am currently working on my 5 series at the moment. So basically I've got a 5 series, a 6 series. I've got 6 series, and I've got a 9 series that's going to be coming up so far. So it's the 9 series is going to be about a 9-tailed fox, but it's a woman 9-tailed fox, so it's going to be pretty interesting. And my medieval one I've just completed chapter 6 yesterday, and I'm on chapter 7.
So how many book projects do you have going right now?
To be quite honest, I've lost count. To be quite honest, actually, yes, I have three going at the moment. It's My Love Is My Dying Wish. That is the Summit one. That's book 1 is being done. That's with my beta readers right now. The medieval one is my Witch by Vain Witch Woman, and the next one is my Wolf Queen one.
Okay, good job. You're getting better with your voice, Angie. What I want you to do is when you're talking, come toward us, because you're kind of like hiding away from us. We want you to come toward us so we can hear you better. Yeah, there you go. And just project out. There we go. Now we can hear you instead of going.
It's been really good and fantastic. So I've as I said, I've come over 9 series. The Wolf Queen one is about 7 series. So, and the word count is around. So I'll probably, if I do that novel, it would probably be 6K a page. So I am just working at the moment, and it's just really ragged. I almost actually was sleeping yesterday. My mum caught me and slapped me on the head and told me to go to bed. So
so you made progress. You're making progress on your book projects.
Yeah. Okay. But unfortunately, one of my beta readers I lost because she has to workload, so I have to find another beta reader to read one of my novels.
Okay, so you've got a novel, and then you've got the other 2 projects are novels as well.
Yes. I'm more doing it on Inkit. That's a software program that's writers come and publish their novels on there, and once they become fully completed, they'll be going on Gazette as audios.
Okay, and so what is your genre, so that everybody who's watching this at home later on, when they go to look you up, they know what your genre is?
My genre is erotic, dark, romance author. I also do BDSM, drama, and I also do fantasy and medieval.
Okay, so she's in the sexy arena. Y'all want something sexy to read? You go to Angie Tornado.
Or Gail.
Or Gail Rucker, aka Camille St. Charles, Mississippi. I love it. I love all genres. I love it. Love it. Tania says she's going to remain a mystery for right now. She's an up and coming author. She just started, like literally, we just started working together like 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. I think it was 1 week ago. Yeah. So she's coming up with something juicy. Y'all just need to stay tuned. It's juicy and spicy at the same time. All right. So who else has some progress? Oh, Tammy's coming up in the house. We're gonna let Tammy go. We're gonna clap. We're gonna clap for Tammy. Watch her come in and be like, what's going on? Tammy, it's your turn, girl. We've been waiting on you. Tammy, where you been? Tammy, now we can start happy hour.
All right, hold on. All right.
Is it your birthday or anniversary? What's going on?
It was my husband's birthday.
Happy birthday, husband. Is he there?
No, he at work.
Okay, well, happy birthday. I saw that. I saw you posting.
I was gonna say, you celebrate for a month.
Yes, exactly. That's how you got to do.
Just keep celebrating yourself. What I'm supposed to do?
You came in at the right time. Name, where you're from, what it is that you do, and then we're gonna go back around. And the word of the night is progress. So we're gonna come back to you, and we're gonna talk about your progress. Yeah, girl.
All right. So I am Tammy Morrison. I am a whole bunch of things, but importantly, I'm a wife and a mama and a grandmama and author of a couple of books. My jam is helping people, especially women, to connect to their soul. Because what I learned is that many of us don't even know how to connect. We don't even know what that means, especially, as we start getting older and our children grow and all these other things, we don't know who we are. And so that is one of the things that I love to do. And I'm originally from Savannah, Georgia, but I live right now in Seattle, outside of Seattle, Washington.
Woo, woo. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. All right, who else? Okay, so everybody else did their introduction. So now progress. Who's next on the progress? Angie shared her progress. Gail shared hers. Who's had some progress over the past 30 days?
Oh, I have. I had progress.
Hold on, Tammy. You just came in. We got to get to Gina. You just had your turn. We coming back around.
Look, I'm sorry. I thought everybody had already done that.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. LT, we've been talking about this for a little while now, like something for me, writing or publishing some art material. And that has been brewing, but what actually got done and printed is articles. So I did get articles printed in 2 magazines for October's publications. So in the wellness space, and then some of you know that I'm in the entertainment space too. So how to have a strong mindset in the midst of this striking stuff. So that was pretty powerful, and how to maintain your good health and everything. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And sorry, I'm using an old term. And then in the publishing realms, those are the 2 or 3 that I'm working on.
Hey, that's awesome. Congratulations. Drop an emoji for the progress that we are making in this group. I love it. Look at this. Celebration night. Come on. Hey, let's celebrate. Who else has made some progress? Bearcat? Progress?
Yeah, I was just thinking, there's a couple podcast projects I'm working on, and but the one I've been making progress on was kind of more like work related around money, and so I don't have anything, to kind of put myself out there, video, audio, and it seems like podcasting will be a little bit easier for me to start and get that up and going. And so the idea is just to kind of just take those stories from coaching clients and helping them with various money issues and sharing what I know and just kind of putting myself out there and helping people to, put together a plan for their money essentially. And the whole idea is, I think most people just, the biggest financial struggle they have is not having a safe place to have a judgment-free conversation about their money. And so once you have that, what you can start to learn and how you can just kind of overcome whatever stories you have around money and break through that to reach your goals. So
Great progress. And you have a perfect podcast voice. Raise your hand if Bearcat has an amazing radio voice, podcast voice. Absolutely. Yes.
thank you.
So you're pushing in the right area. That's one of your zone of geniuses. So when they say stay in your lane, y'all, stay in your lane. That's what we talk about. Woo! Vaughn, what you got going on? What kind of progress you making? Thank you for being here and also at another networking event. He's like the networker of networking. He's always at events, always. Oh, your mic turned
there
you
we go.
off. There you go.
Okay. I was like, progress. I think, yeah, I definitely agree with the voice. You can definitely do a podcast and reels. Anyway, for me, progress is been connecting with more authors, but also finding, I guess more so not finding my voice, but using my voice more so. I just finished my audiobook of my book finally, which is funny. Helping everybody else is like I finally got mine done to be up there, and I'm going to be setting up like to do reels and to do more little shorts because that's what people like grab onto and then draw them back to your website or whatever. So there's been the different areas for music, for the audiobooks, marriage, everything has been kind of coming back together. So that's been definitely progress over the last 30 days, and that's been healthy and good, slow but good. So good. So yeah, but the biggest thing as far as book wise, getting that audiobook done and begin to start promoting just a little bit that has and be able to use that material to do the reels and stuff like that. And also my caregiving podcast actually is starting as well. Getting with my co-host and still speak to that audience and that community about caregiving and the resources and stuff. So working a lot with my client in Greece who has an awesome app and program for caregivers. So it's going to be really, really, really changing for the caregiving community and stuff like that. So looking forward to that.
All right. Thank you for sharing that progress. Kamisha, you still there? Got progress going on this week or this last month?
Yes. I mean, my biggest progress has been helping other authors realize their dreams and create impactful covers and make trailers so that when they launch their book, they can tease their audience. I do have the name of my book and the subchapters. Thinking about the cover design that I want to do, but I don't have it designed yet.
Progress.
That is my progress.
Woo-hoo. Drop a emoji, and we know it's gonna be phenomenal when you drop it. We know it. We're gonna all fall out and be like, oh my gosh, look at this. Woo! Love it.
But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right, thank you for sharing. Tammy T, what kind of progress you got going over there? What you got cooking up over there, Tammy?
You must have known I was cooking.
Yes, ma'am. What you got?
I actually was working on the short video strategy. So like a TikTok strategy and stuff. And so that kind of came forward for me. And that was something I was working through because I like doing the short videos. I know that people like them, people watch them and all that stuff. But you know, I was trying to level up. So that's the progress that I've made. That and I did do a market on this past Sunday, and it was actually very good as far as connections. Didn't make a whole lot of money,
Yes.
but it was good as far as connections and stuff like that. So yeah, it was great.
Ooh, I love it. I saw the picture. Would it tell me how they had it set up? Because I remember you showed a picture of the market with your book. Did you have 2 books there on the table?
Yep, I had 2
No.
books there on the table.
Tell us how that whole thing works, because some of us might want to get out from behind the screen and get out there into the markets. Share that, even for the people that are listening, like they don't even know what market is. Like, huh? I can be an author and go to a market? Huh?
Yeah, you can bend. I mean, it's actually very big now. I need to turn that. I can't take looking at it that way.
Yeah.
It's so they have like vending groups and stuff on Facebook. Like you just can put in where you live in your area or whatever, and you can usually find a vendor group. I found a bunch of them here. And so you can go on there and look and see who has, you know, things going on. Also something I just learned because I did another training earlier, and it was about vending. You can actually go to churches, you know, because churches have all kinds of things, bazaars and all kinds of stuff. And sometimes the churches are even free. A lot of the ones that I vend at, I have to pay. Typically, my areas are probably a little different because I was listening to some other people talk about $30 and $40, and that's very rare here where I live. You know, I've done a few free ones, but some are usually 50, 75, 100. I paid 125 to vend. And, you know, typically you can say, okay, this is what I have. Most of them ask you what you do or what are you bringing. And so sometimes they have like a limit on how many people can be in a certain area. So like if they have a whole bunch of other authors and stuff, but I don't usually find that because I've been at metaphysical places mostly. But you can reach out and you can, you know, because they have like farmers markets you can do, bazaars, churches have bazaars and stuff like that all the time. You can also look at like Chamber of Commerce, which is something that I'm getting ready to start doing. Going there and actually, you know, putting yourself out in that way. You can also do like a pop-up, like this one guy was talking and he said that he does a pop-up in front of his house.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I said. I was like, wow.
That is
Now that-
smart.
yeah. And
set up a
free.
table.
That's what he said. You know, you're
Oh
already
my
at the house.
God. It's the lemonade
so-
stand for authors. What?
Yes. I'm telling you, that's like, I was like, wow. That's a good idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it's just another avenue to me.
Yes.
You know, it's like, to me, it's like another stream because, you know, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to be a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
I need streams of income flowing into my awareness.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you can reach out and you can also see it on like Facebook events and stuff. A lot of times you'll find them. I think where else did I find some? Google it, and if you're on Alignable, because Alignable has like sections where you can be according to where you live. So they have like my county that I live in, Snohomish County, it has a section, and so I get to, you know, network with people that are from, you know, that are all around in different other kind of businesses, and you just never know, you know. And the other thing too I've learned too is you can just start talking to people when you go places. sharing who you are and what you do and all that kind of stuff. And people be like, oh, did you check out so and so? You know, because they have a market and blah, 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 blah. And then now, y'all, it's getting ready to be Christmas time, Black Friday and all that good shit. So you really need to
Yes.
start looking for markets because they fill up for Christmas because people are going out there to try to make their Christmas money. So, you know,
Yes.
and then there are author events too, because I actually got in a author sign-in event group on Facebook too. But I didn't find a whole lot in my area, but you can always go on there and just ask a question. Anybody know of any events, you know, here or whatever, you know, and it's pretty, they can be pretty good. Like I have, most of the time that I've done the vending, I have made my table. I think one time I didn't, but every other time I've made my table and more. You know, and that actually was my benchmark at first, was if I can make my table, I'm good, because I'm not going to be sitting there for free. But I decided to raise the bar. Go
Yeah.
up a little more.
Level
I
up,
need
level
to
up,
make
level
some-
up, level
right,
up.
level up. I need to make money when I go, you know, but then, like I said, there are other times, like this last time, I've got a lot of connections and it was really amazing. And I got a lot of information and stuff because I'm not, you know, I'm new here. So I don't even know, you know, about a lot of stuff. But yeah, but that's a way you could do it.
I love it. I'm so happy for you, Tammy, because that's major progress. I remember we were talking about this like 6 months ago. You were like, I just want to do one a month. If I could just do one a month, I'm good. One a month. And that's a good goal, right? Do one live event in person a month. That's a game changer for leads for your business. So I love it, Tammy. You talked about multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. That is crucial. Like the average, what they say, the average millionaire in the US has 7 streams of income. Ooh-wee, let's go. Speaking of money, let's talk about our class that's coming up, Bearcat. We got a class. I'm always cooking something up behind the scenes, y'all. I'm always making something. And I love when I have people who are like-minded, but have an expertise that I don't have. Like, I love doing collaborations, joint master classes, joint events. Like, I'm getting ready to start some in-person stuff that's going to be wild and crazy. But anyways, let's just talk about our virtual event that's coming up. I got a couple. The first one is about audiobooks, and the second one's about money. I want to talk about the money one because we just talked about multiple streams of income. So Bearcat, you're the new kid on the block. You remember that group, New Kid on the Block? So you're going to have to like share with everybody, bring them into your world and tell them who you are. Start out with your name, where your name is from, because I know everybody is curious about where is his name from. So just solve that elephant in the room right away.
Yeah, well, Bearcat is Amharic. My parents are Ethiopian. They were born there, and my little one.
He's got 2 little ones.
He was
They're
born-
so cute.
Yeah, I was born here, but originally from Ethiopia. My parents and my older brother came over back in the 80s, and so that's the name. The story behind the name. They've gotten their residency just right about the time when I was born. So they thought, well, my arrival was a blessing, and so they named me Bearcat, which means blessing. So that's the story behind the name. And then in terms of just kind of background related to money, I was working in survey research for a small boutique company, and then made the switch over to become an entrepreneur myself back in 2020. And started out with financial coaching and then doing financial advising. And one thing I've learned is that, definitely being an entrepreneur is being a creative, no matter what kind of business or industry you're in. So, but what, I really, and I got married in 2019, and around that time I was learning about, we just learned about how to manage our money differently. We learned the baby steps, the Ramsey baby steps framework, and started applying that. And then I found a way to, found out that there's ways to help people do that for a living. And in my mind, I already had the seed of entrepreneurship, in my head already. And once I saw that opportunity to coach people and advise people, felt like it was the door to entrepreneurship. And so I'm part of that coaching community. I know what it's like for other coaches as well. And so I love connecting with other coaches. And it's really about just helping people, especially for me. I know that was my story. Is the path into entrepreneurship was also a path to just more freedom and more, expressing myself more creatively. And so, I want to be able to help people do that too, and sometimes their money issues get in the way. So, but anyway, that's kind of the brief overview.
Thank you. We'll let you tend to her because she's like, I'm not having this pacifier. So you need to come up with something different. I remember those days, man. My middle daughter would not let that up. She used to call it, we used to call it Binky, but she couldn't say Binky. So she would say, baby, baby. She would scream. And I would be like, oh no, we had a Binky in the car, a Binky at the house, a Binky at the in-laws, a Binky in the bathroom. Like there was Binkies everywhere. So God bless you, Bearcat. God bless you. I know what that's about. Woo! All right, we're gonna shift over and talk about our audiobooks because that's coming up on the 25th. That's like 10 days. Did you realize that, Vaughn? It's like 10 days from now. Oh my gosh. And we got some people signed up.
Awesome. Well, it's free.
Yes.
And it's free and little to say. As a prelude, I mean, audiobooks is the fastest growing segment of the publishing industry. If you think about your favorite authors or influencers or whomever, they all have audiobooks because 20% of just people are audio only. And the statistics are 20% of your market are audiobook only readers. 1 out of every 5 people in America are audiobook only readers. And that keeps growing by 20% every year, and it's expected to do so for the rest of the decade. So at some point, your audience, and you want them to hear your voice. So we'll be talking all about that of, why your next book is your audiobook. That's the title of our thing. And it's just, hey, you always got to write your book. You got to have it written because you got to go through that process. You got to get the edits down from 50,000 down to 20,000, all of that, and get it, succinct and all of that. So once you write it, then the easy part is really just reading it so that you can be in the earbuds of people. So that's the next step. So while they're working out, while they're commuting, I think Bezos said that audiobooks are for people whose eyes are busy. So while you're working out, while you're driving in the car, you can't read or stop to read, but they can still get their information. And when it's in your voice, like we're here all on Zoom, we've heard each person's voice. Everybody has your voice is like your fingerprint. I call it voice print. And people want to hear you. If I met you on Zoom, I don't want to listen to an audiobook with someone else's voice. I want to hear your voice because I met you. So that's why it's super important. So that's the trailer. It's free.
It's free 99.
Yep. And it's going to be really, it's going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to it. And we've been waiting for a while, or not necessarily waiting, but we've been looking forward to doing this and be able to share with our fellow authors and stuff like that. So hope to see you there.
Yes. And I'll drop the link here before we get off of here. We've got like 6 minutes, but I'll drop
Vaughn,
it.
I like the way you think. I
Yeah.
agree. It should be in your voice. So all of us authors need to do our
Yes.
audio.
Get it done. Do it.
Yeah. People want to hear you. We want to hear you. It's like people will click play on audio before they click play on a video, or even if you gave them a free chapter to read, people are like, if it's over 30 seconds or something, I don't have time to do that. But no one looks at time for audio. No one really looks, it's like, oh, there's the audio there. Let me just push play because I can keep doing whatever I'm doing. So and then you have their full attention because you can only listen to one person at a time. So if at minimum, when you have your audio and your voice, just like I'm talking now, the minimum you're paying me is your attention because you want to hear and listen. So that's how powerful the tool that you can use with audio in all kind of different places. So we'll learn all about that on the 25th.
Hey, hey. And I'm looking for the link so I can drop it in the chat here.
Oh yeah,
Thought
let's
I
see.
had
Did
it.
I-
If
I
you
think I
have
have it.
it, then you drop it in the chat before me because I'm scrolling through all my posts.
Yeah, I'll
Let me
put it in
see it.
here.
Okay, thanks. I be
Yes.
posting a lot.
I know now you be posting everywhere.
I post all the time. I can't even find my stuff. Progress. Any other progress in the last 5 minutes? Progress that you have made in the world. Anybody doing collaborations like me and Barakat and me and Vaughn? Anybody doing any joint ventures? Man, if you can get out there and borrow other people's audiences, that's just, you grow. You help each other grow. All right, I see. Okay, perfect. So Vaughn just dropped the audiobook masterclass for September the 25th. That's inside of the chat.
Could I just ask what that is?
So, what
Um,
is it?
what's that about? Is it about like us like putting our stuff into audio, or is it just like there's any like training? Like, because I'm trying to find
That's
some
a great question.
actual training to actually train my voice, like for the deep highs and the lows.
Yeah, it's not a training.
Good question.
It's really just like we're here on Zoom.
Hmm.
Like we don't practice to talk on Zoom. We don't practice to talk on the phone. We don't practice to talk face to face. It's really about pushing record so that your voice is heard and then people can play it back. And then you also leave a legacy. You don't necessarily need to, I mean, yeah, there's little tips that you can do as far as delivery and pace and things like that, but that's not necessarily as important as it is to just speak and verbalize what it is that you have to share. You've already written it. That was all the hard work. That's actually 95% of the work. You wrote the book. Now you're just reading it to people or delivering it verbally and just pushing record so that the world can push play. That's the title of my little book. Push record so the world can push play. And then you have them. So it's not a training. It's just sharing about the importance of why you want to have an audiobook version, if it applies.
Great question,
that help?
Angie. Yeah, that's a great question. And I was going to ask you too, Vaughn, to talk about who it's for, because there's some people that definitely need to be at the training. There's some people who, if they were there, it's okay. But then there's some people that don't even need to go to the training because it's only geared for a certain group of people.
Sure. Yeah, we focus on nonfiction authors. So if you have a method, a memoir, or a message, or all three, that's specifically who it's for. It's not necessarily for fiction authors. That's when you want to hire a like a vocal actor or a voiceover of someone because they're able to do accents, change between man and woman and characters and things like that. That's what they're trained to do. But if it's something like a memoir, like your story, no one can tell your story like you can. No one can share. Your voice contains the pain, the passion, the victory, the failures. So no one can, share that like you. If it's a method, you got downloaded like, hey, this is how you like Bearcat, like he's able to share about monies because he's coming from how he's walked through how his experience, from 2019, I think he said, and no one can deliver it of how he knows how it is. So he, having his podcast, he'll be able to share, hey, this is how it helped you because it helped me and I have the tools and let me share in my way how it experienced and hopefully it resonate with you. So that's who it's for. Like if you have method, a message or a memoir, it's probably the best.
I'm a fiction officer, unfortunately. I'll be I'm trying to do voiceover myself, so unfortunately it would be
Well, even if you have fiction, you'll still benefit from it because I mean, not saying that you don't need to have an audiobook with fiction,
Mm.
but you may not need to self-narrate your audiobook with fiction. You may have a vocal actor do it if you don't want to do it yourself. It's just that with
Well,
nonfiction,
that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do it myself because
Yeah.
of the money
Yeah.
issues, and I don't want to spend like 100 or something quid on a person narrating my sort of thing. And to be quite honest, I am. People have, like Natasha says, I do have a good accent.
gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, the importance of things being in your voice, like I said, fiction or nonfiction, but fiction, it's more aligned, but you can do it in fiction. I have several ones that have someone else reading their book, and we've done fiction books as well. But it's a matter of just being in your voice, and that's the importance. It's like, okay, you're delivering the message, or you're delivering the story. No one can deliver it like you.
Great question, Angie. Another question that I got for Vaughn is, do you have to already have your book written in order to benefit from the class?
Great question. No, matter of fact, it's great that you're getting it either while you're writing it or before, because audio is going to help the promotion of your written book. Audio always helps the sales of your written or your ebook. So if you can imagine this while you're getting ready, let's say you're writing your book, you're going to have a launch date, January 2024. But all the editing is done now in December. You have at least the first chapter done, and you want to gift everybody, hey, I'm working on an audiobook for my term. It's coming out in January, but I want to gift you, for Christmas, the holiday. I want to gift you the first chapter. And so while they're listening to that, 10 minutes or however long it is, they're like, what? This is coming out. So you can pre-sale some of your audio. There's a platform for that. And you already have people in anticipation of your written book that's coming out, with even if you're using that as a trailer. So it's actually great that you're already have it in mind, so that it's going to help the delivery of your physical book and your sales.
Beautiful. Thank you. So anybody that's in the creative mode, creating their book, if they have a message, a memoir, what was the other one? Message, memoir,
Or method.
method.
How
Okay, I
to.
love that. I love that. And this is why Vaughn and I clicked so well, because when we met, I had just taught my method to one of our joint clients named Jackie Phillips. She already had multiple books. I helped her with like her third book. We went through the editing, we went through the marketing, selling, and all that stuff. So I taught her my method on getting the book done, getting it out, promoting it, creating a community. She has a thriving Facebook community now where she reads different scriptures from her book because it's Christian based. So she asked me, she was like, I met a person named Vaughn. He has a studio and he produces audiobooks. And she's like, I know you helped me with the regular book, but should I do this audiobook? And I was like, well, let me check out his credentials. So she gave me his information and I said, oh, wow, he does this and he's only charging that. Oh, girl, you better get on it now. So she did. She connected with him. He helped her produce her audiobook, and the rest is history. Like she was already super successful as a business owner and an educator. And so the audiobook just took her, the rest of her sales, and just went like, whoa. So if you already have a book, you're thinking about writing a book, you're putting a book together, definitely connect with Vaughn if you're curious about audiobooks. I mean, you just go to his website and you will see he's so humble, but he's like a celebrity of the audiobook world, because when you see his work, he has a studio, like it's a real studio. Like, you see the rappers, they in the studio and they like, he has a studio, y'all. Like it's a studio. Like when I saw that, I was like,
You're funny.
I want to be in the studio. He has a real studio. but you meet him and he's just so down to earth and so nice. Like if I had a studio, I'd be like, I got a studio.
Actually, I've got one more thing to add.
Question or a comment?
A comment. Every Saturday of this last 2 weeks, actually, I've been live on TikTok
You
reading
going
my
live, girl?
story out loud.
You
But
going
I,
live?
but I put accents to them, so
See,
yeah, I am practicing. So that's why I've got most of the female voices right. It's just the ones with emotions, when they're angry, and the deepness of the male voices that I'm trying to get. So I'm trying to improve.
yeah.
I'm doing also,
How are your numbers on TikTok? Because you know, I'm too
Um,
old. I'm too old for TikTok. They don't like me over there.
I've got about 1,014 followers up so far.
That's good.
on
Your
TikTok.
videos, each video, how many views do you get on each video?
Some of them I got 300. My old picture got 7,000, sorry. But mostly I'm doing pretty well for myself. Just a slight adjustments. I am also training as well as my voice is concerned. I've searched up how to also strengthening my tongue as well, so I can go into the oohs and ahs as well. So I am just improving, but I'm just trying to get to that. Try to change my voice to make it sound very deep, because it's a little problem.
Do you know on TikTok, somebody said, Tasha, you're not too old. In TikTok years, I'm old. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
I just don't spend enough time on it though.
Latasha, what did I say on that? Tammy, can you refresh her memory? What did I say on that live that we all had?
What'd you say? I forgot.
We're not old. We're all beautiful.
Oh, you did say that. We're not old. We're not old.
But you clarified we're all old folks, but we're not old.
I did say we were old folks, didn't I? You know what?
We're not old.
I can co-sign.
Black women.
I was gonna
That's
say I
right.
can co-sign.
We don't age, huh? We don't age anymore, do
No.
we? That's not a thing anymore. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, we don't.
We mature. We're wise. We're wise.
Seasoned. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. We got Denise up in the house. Denise, introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do in the world? Tell us about your book. And the word of the night is progress.
Progress. Oh, I like progress. So I am Denise, the author of It Happened at Church. It is not Bible study, y'all. It is absolutely a religious comedy. It is a work of fiction. So if you think I'm talking about your mama and your grandmammy, I am not. But if you think that is you and you think it's them, then all y'all need Jesus and you need to find yourself a church. That's all I'm saying about that. I self-published back in March of this year. The book is doing very well.
There it is.
That my girl, you know what, Gail? Let me just tell you something. I promise you, talk about Sister Tidewater being one of your books. I think that's what we're gonna have to do.
It's a collaboration.
But I appreciate the support of these ladies. Latasha is LT is the bomb.com. It's been amazing. I've been meeting new people. Some I need not to ever meet again, but many more positive energy. Certainly, and a lot of more people than the negative energy. I do not need a husband or a boo thing or a sidekick. None of that. It really is just me being an author. But there are people who need that excitement. I don't need it, so I need these guys to stay out of my DMs. I'm just saying. I think I've got it under control now. I'm not getting dirty pictures Gail gets, but I do get the offers of, "Hey, girl, you're so beautiful. Where you live? I live right here in the Instagram universe. This is my home.
Yes.
99 Instagram Drive." So that's me working on the second and Happened at Church. I am getting ready to market another piece of work to use for people who need to
see if they have some unconscious bias. So it was written as a play, but I've looked at it and I said, you know what, I need to turn this into some unconscious bias training. So that is coming down the pipeline. It's funny we're talking about audiobooks because the audiobook is also coming down the pipeline because a couple of my doctor friends have said, I can't sit down and read the book. I said, it's not that long. And they're like, well, I want to listen to it. So
Yes.
yeah, so I get it because I'm a huge audiobook fan. So that's something that's in the works. And rap, that's me and Denise. It happened at church. And it ain't Bible.
I love that. For anybody, I just got to say this. For anybody that's listening to this on the replay, pay attention to the way Denise just promoted herself. She promoted her book and she stayed focused on the topic. That's what we need, clarity. So you know exactly what she's about. You know exactly what her book is about. You can decide in 10 seconds whether it's for you or it's for your cousin Lulu. Like, that's what people do. They look at you, they size you up, they figure out what you're talking about. And if they're not into it, they'll send you to somebody else or they won't. Pay attention to that, y'all. That's what we do. We introduce ourselves, 30 seconds or less, get in, get out. Attention span of most people is like 30 seconds. Like, what you got? Okay, on to the next thing. So progress, Denise, progress. You get to tell us. Everybody already shared their progress for the past 30 days.
Progress. I had to find a mute button. It's like this thing didn't want to do it right. So what progress? Okay, so I have had the opportunity to be interviewed or on I don't want to say talk shows, but we'll say interviews. It's several times over, especially this past month. Last week, some of you joined me, and I really appreciated the support. My family was deep in there, and they were like, "You had your own cheer squad." I was like, "Yeah, that's how we do this. We come together," and I try to make sure I everybody as well. I can't make everything. Just like tonight, I was running late to support a friend who lost her dog today. So anyway, progress. So I went last week. I have a clear backpack because that's part of my marketing campaign. People are nosy, and I love purses. And I will look at a woman's purse and I'll say, "Oh, what brand of purse is that?" Right? So I took that. I have a clear backpack. It has all my books in it. People are going to be nosy when they see it on your back. They're going to see that book and see that there's many copies of it and ask a question. So I've sold books that way. Well, last Friday, this lady who told me she wanted 5 copies of the book, I said, okay, what names do you want me to, she wanted it autographed. Give me the names. She gave me 7 names. I said, wait a minute. You said 5 copies, 7 names. Then it was 17 names. I said, we need to talk because I was like, either this is Southern or, Betty Mae might be, I'm counting as 2 names and maybe it's 1 name, or is it, Robert Ann, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. We finally narrowed. Then it was like, oh, I'll meet you on Sunday. Well, I can't make Sunday. Can you meet me? Can you do? Okay, look, settle this down, sis. What we're gonna do here? So she said, listen, I need 22 copies of the book. Okay, here it is. Here's the pricing. Oh my God, that's so high. That's not high since the book isn't even priced like it should be. I'm just saying. But you let me know what you want to do. Yes. I will take care of business on my end. And when you let me know what you want to do, we'll get all these books autographed and I'll drop them off. So finally, she said, yeah, I'm going to need 22 copies of the book. Here are all the names. So my book bag that I was taking with me on a road trip to Connecticut ended up empty. I think I only had like 4 books left. No, 5. We're going to say 5. 22 books sold in one day. I get to Connecticut. Somebody says, hey, aren't you the author? It was a block party. I was like, actually, I am. And I didn't even intend to do the book sale. Hang out with family. Family is what it is, right? So I ended up talking to them about the book and they were all cracking up about the main characters. I want a copy of the book. I said, would you like for me to autograph it? And the other lady said, you autograph the book too? I said, I will always be down to earth. I will never be so lofty that I can't sign a book for you. Yes, I will autograph the books. Just write your name on this paper. It was a paper plate. Gave them the paper. It was hilarious. They were passing the plate and writing their I came because sometimes that's the other thing. If they want to pay cash, some of my older clientele, they want to pay cash. They don't want to use their card. But I take cards, I take cash. I don't want your checks. You can keep that. But any cards you've got, I do Cash App, Zelly. And so I ended up with an empty book bag. Actually, I'm sorry, one book was left. One.
Wow.
Here, and my girl from church, one of the accountants, she says, listen, we keep talking, but I forgot to hit you up. Hit me up for what? You know, I'm thinking lunch. What you need? I need a copy of the book. So my book bag is empty, but God is good, right? Let me tell you why that book bag is empty. That's because my shipment of books comes tomorrow. Yes. So what am I saying? If you're a believer, you need to stay in your belief, stay in your lane, stay true to God, right? And then also, like LT said, I just draw from all these different experiences. I appreciate all of the authors who have been encouraging. I believe that I hope that I'm encouraging other authors. And so I'm looking forward to a vending event in October. Somebody wanted me to do something in September, but I believe it was not meant to be because one of those events got canceled. I needed a break. So I'm good with that. The road trip wore me out. These books are coming in tomorrow. I need to sort that assortment out. And then there's a vending event, like I said, in October that I'm going to start advertising for. And on top of all of that, let me add this really quick. I was told by one of my sister cousins, hey girl, this lady likes to do pictures with women entrepreneurs. I said, okay, thanks. You know, I got a photographer. She said, no, she wants to do these headshots for free 99. I love free 99. That's some good stuff. So I went on her website. She's right here in Maryland. Went on her website. I paid a little extra because I like to have, you know, two poses, two attitudes, if you will. One with me chilling, and then another one with me straight business. And she took pictures. I forgot how many pictures. We chose the main 11, but I have copies of all of the pictures because that's how I roll. Have all my life. She took those pictures and mastered them or whatever, and I got it back. And let me just tell you something. They are fire. So if you ever see that opportunity, LT, you're only a couple hours away up in Philly. Really going to Connecticut. I thought about you, because my husband wouldn't be able to stand us. I'm just saying. Those will become my promotional pictures, and I mean, there's like over 100. But there's a whole many more that are still out there. So all I'm saying is, stick with it. Every time you put yourself out there or you advertise, my reels are getting upwards of 500 plays. That's a lot to me.
That's a lot. That is a lot. That's awesome.
Reel that I've done, reels of stuff that that's already passed 2 months ago, hitting 500 plays. So that's my progress. I'm excited. I'm in it. By December, I'm praying the second one will be finished. But this one is doing really well, and I'm happy with it. Remember, it happened at church. And Denise, get your copy. They're only $12. Yes, I said only $12. I told you I'd take Cash App, I'd take credit cards, I'd take cash. Get an autographed copy by going to my prayer site, DeniseAuthor.square.site. Thank you, LT.
Ooh, you are welcome. Drop all that information inside of the chat because I already see people like, how, what, where, huh?
Yeah.
Woo! We went over tonight, y'all. We're at 5:18 on the West Coast. I'm over here on the East Coast. So I have some good progress that I've been making. Y'all know I've been over here on the East Coast visiting family. My father has a surgery that is coming up, and so I would love for you to pray for him. And my mother is planning a dream wedding, and it's going to be phenomenal. So I have the pleasure of being a resident of the East Coast now. I just moved back here. Yes, to be next to family. So y'all gonna see me doing all kinds of stuff up and down the East Coast. I already have a client that booked me to come to Georgia and work with her in Georgia. And I already have a trip to Cancun with the Girl Powerhouse Network Volume 3. So I'm gonna be in Cancun in December. So those are two things. And my mother's getting married in New York. So we'll be in New York on October 15th. And what else? I don't know where else I'm gonna be, but I've just been calling in travel, and I got my passport. Oh my gosh, it took me 12 months.
You know, Latasha, you know where you should be now when you come
in the UK with you.
You coming right here with me
to the UK.
Yeah. All of you, yes. Might actually have a nice girls' night out.
I'm calling it in because eventually I want to have in-person happy hours, y'all. Like, I want to just meet up and be like, hey, I'm over here in this city. Pop up, pull up.
downtown Philly. If that restaurant is still
Yeah.
open, the Cuba del Alma, Cuba de Alma, or it's Cuba de something, but they have a lounge, so they open at 4 o'clock, and the food it's a little on the expensive side, but it's worth every single bite. Kids ate the food there, but they're picky behind themselves. They're grown now, but back then they were so picky, and my daughter just loved the fact that sofa eating food. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna do it in person, Cuba de Alma, I think it is, downtown Philly.
And
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
And
Here's
I might
here's
have a little surprise for you guys as well. In
Surprise.
London, there's actually I went to a Bears like kind of restaurant, but inside you have to sit down and you listen to jazz music.
Oh.
So that's something to look forward in London as well.
Girl, you're gonna have to organize a happy hour for us out there. We're gonna take happy hour on the road. How about that?
No, actually, I'm planning to have my second book signing there.
Okay, good. See, now that's a great reason for us to all show up for the book signing. I love that because we could bring our social media with your social media and then in person. Oh yeah, this is amazing. I'm ready. I'm ready to do some in-person stuff. Gina said, let's do it. Happy hour on the road. I love it. Happy hour on the road. Put your books in your car.
I have to tell you, you'll be the one that's doing the makeup.
Oh yeah, because she's so beautiful, huh? We got to take a photo tonight. We all look good. Like every last one of us look good up in here, right? Y'all agree? Let's take a beautiful photo. Kamisha, can you come back on so we can see your beautiful face? There you are. Bearcat's got the babies. So we'll give you grace, Bearcat, because that's a good photo anyway. All right, ready? One. I'm going to take 3 photos. So here's the first one. 1, 2. Oh, Kamisha, we can't see you. It's too dark. Oh, there's Bearcat. There he is. He's like, I'm back. Or you put the kids to sleep early? Or no? No, it's not. It's too early, huh?
No, it's a free babysitter, the TV.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I don't have any light.
No light? Okay. All right, that's all right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 1. All right, 1, 2, 3. And then a really super silly one. Okay, happy hour on the road. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm going to post that last one. That's going in the group. That's going in the group, y'all. I'm posting that like right now.
I'm just gonna actually play that with the back one with that two girls that's gonna
Watch the group, and I'm gonna post to the group tonight, and make sure you guys post, hey, the happy hour was fun, blah blah blah, it was amazing. Go live. Tammy, thank you for going live last time.
If you guys
doing
haven't put anything, if you guys actually remember, if you haven't got put anything like in the chat or forget it, you put the 3 buttons, the 3 dots at the bottom.
Oh, to save the chat.
Just to save the chat, just so you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. I always do it the lazy way. I just open up the chat and take a picture with my phone. Because if I save it on my computer, I will never look at it again. I just won't. But it's good to have options.
And another thing, I am planning to get my dark romance novel ready for 2026. So I'm hoping, and it being past tense this time. So actually, I'm writing very well in past tense. So it probably might be out before then. So, but unfortunately, I have to still to get the cover done.
Keep on plugging away. Baby steps. Baby steps are steps. Baby steps are still steps, and they're still going to get you to where you need to go. So thank y'all for enjoying this night. This was beautiful and amazing. And make sure you stay tuned for all the cool collaborations that we're doing. Bearcat and I are doing a money class. When are we doing the money class, Bearcat? What did we say? October something?
Yeah, I want to say it's October. I want to say the second or the third week.
Okay. So we'll put that graphic out probably like next week or something, because so people can start signing up for that. But yeah, the money class is gonna be awesome. Bearcat, he's an econ major. He's also super humble and super like modest, but he's an econ major. And I want you to tell them real quick what you and your wife were able to do when you put your heads together and you focused.
Yeah, we paid off over $60,000 of debt, most of that student loans. And, over the US, I mean, that's just something I see with so many people, right? They get stuck with student loans, feeling hopeless about that and being able to pay that off. So we knocked it out. We've been married 4 years, 2 kids, in a house, paid off all that debt, started a business. So, our family always tells us, we got a lot done in 4 years time. So, but yeah, it's definitely possible. And there are other people who are paying off even more than that in a short amount of time. So, yeah.
I love it. And also talk about that bridge. We just dropping little nuggets, the bridge to entrepreneurship, because so many times entrepreneurs just jump off the cliff and then end up at the bottom, without anything. I know I did it. So can you tell us about the bridge that you built for yourself between, just getting settled, being married, and then giving yourself that leverage to get over to be full-time entrepreneur?
Yeah, I think the big challenge, right? I mean, especially if you're in a stable job, you've been used to just collecting that paycheck, every other week, every month. And the idea of just jumping in that business, I mean, everybody, you were saying that before, LT, like how a lot of times we're the only ones venturing out to do something like this. And so, everybody's always telling us, it's, be careful, don't, do something that's going to put you, in a bad spot. So I think that's a big challenge for a lot of people, is how do you prepare, financially, among other ways, to make that transition into, being a full-time entrepreneur, business owner. But there's ways to do that. And so there's just like with anything, there's a process. And as long as you're aware of what things you need to do to get your ducks lined up, then you can make that jump seamlessly and without at least having the financial concerns, because it's already challenging enough as it is, just running a business. And you always got to be nimble and flexible. So getting started just on the right foot is it's going to make a big difference.
Yeah. So I love how he's being conservative on the information, because he wants you to book a call with him. If you want a consultation, book a call, because he does have a strategy on what he did to build a bridge from 9 to 5 to full-time entrepreneurship. And that's so important, especially for authors, because we don't even like, when I first wrote a book, I didn't even consider myself to be a business owner. I was just like, oh, this is a fun thing I do on the side. This is awesome. And then it's like, no, you actually have a business. You need to treat it like a business. And that's training. Like I had multiple business coaches for that, but I didn't know Bearcat at the time either. So I was at a loss.
I was, and it's a little bit of my story. I mean, I was lining up my ducks too before, getting exams done and licenses and doing all that stuff. Say, paying off the debt helped us a lot, piling up the cash. And then in 2020, we were staying with my mom for about a year or two. And so it was, for me, things kind of lined up so that I could make that jump. But everybody's situation is a little bit different, and that's where having that conversation about where are you at is going to be really helpful for you. But you can make the jump and it be totally successful, and just launching into doing what you're doing and focusing. It's really so that you can just really focus on being creative, right? And you don't want to have those other worries, just messing up your flow and making it hard for you to do what you do.
Amazing. All right, we'll end on that. Angie, we're gonna end on that note. Do
no, you have to be on my podcast. You
trying to give me homework?
Yes.
I'm the teacher. I give the homework. No, I'm just kidding.
And now
we'll do it.
Now the students giving the homework.
We'll do it. We'll set it up. We'll set it up for sure.
No, you say that and then you forget.
Yo, you got to remind me, and then
I did
I'll
remember
put you on
your
my
chat,
schedule.
but you just did this.
Angie, you probably flooded up my DM, so I probably restricted you from my DM, to be honest with you. Because if you flood me up, I'm gonna restrict you for like 30 days and get back to you. So we'll set it up. We'll set it up when I'm ready. Got it? All right, y'all. Have a good night. Happy hour is now over. We went way over, but it was worth it. We'll see you next Thursday. Behave, Angie. Behave.
Everyone have a nice night.
Nice to meet everybody.
Yes, very nice.